Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 235. If you are writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing your book and you're having some trouble finishing it, or perhaps you're at the stage where you need help reaching more readers to let them know about your book, you're in the right place. Good morning, I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh. If you're looking for me online, look up Christine Inc., I-N-K, like the stuff you write with, christine-inc.com. Every day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 18 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that 3 things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they can turn someone who doesn't even really see themselves as a writer into a published author. Those 3 things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. When we read a story, we inhabit it. The covers of the book are like a roof and 4 walls. What is to happen next will take place within the 4 walls of the story. And this is possible because the story's voice makes everything its own. John Burge. All right, once again, good morning and happy Monday. And I'm kicking off yet another one of my 3-part series here to give you actionable strategies that you can use to write your book. So if you just want to take a note, this series is going to be episodes numbers 235, 236, and 237. So Monday, December 2nd, Tuesday, December 3rd, and Wednesday, December 4th, if you want to catch the whole series. And this particular series is for my nonfiction authors out there. I'm going to walk you through a basic template for writing the introduction to your book. Very important piece of your book. This is where quite often readers decide whether they're going to keep reading or they're going to, sell your book back or put it on the shelf or hand it to a friend. So the introduction is a very, very mission critical piece of your book. So I'm going to give you a template to write a great one. Now, this can be for any sort of nonfiction book, whether it's your memoir, a personal development, self-help book, business book, anything where you're the narrator for the book so that the reader needs to develop that rapport with you. Over the next 3 days, I'm going to share with you my very basic 3-part template for writing your intro, or at the very least, getting it in motion. So here we go. Part 1 of my template. And most of you won't be surprised to hear me say this. Open with, guess what? A story. Story continues to be the fastest and strongest way to get your reader's attention, hold it, and to deliver information. I was actually joking to some clients recently that the public is so story obsessed these days, in part because of all the great series available on streaming on things like Netflix and Hulu and all those things and Amazon Prime, that I almost think people would prefer to learn any new information, like through a Game of Thrones episode than through an actual textbook or anything like that. So can you imagine the University of Stranger Things? So therefore, as authors, we have a huge advantage because we know how to tell a great story. Use that to your advantage and hook your readers from page 1 of your introduction with a compelling story that brings them right into your subject matter. This might mean a story that highlights the problem your book seeks to solve, or the subject matter it seeks to explore. Or for memoirs, maybe your story is a dramatic one that is indicative of the theme of your life, or since it's a memoir, the angle of your life story, since a memoir tells a story through a certain lens or angle, as opposed to a biography that chronicles all the events of your life. So once again, the memoir is a specific angle. So the story that you would open your introduction with to your memoir would reflect that angle that you've chosen to tell your life story from. No matter what type of nonfiction book you're writing, to kick off your introduction, select a story that invites the reader into your book and makes them want to know what happens next, as well as who you are, and perhaps what else you have to say. So that's the first piece of my intro template for nonfiction authors, is open with a story. And I hope you join me tomorrow and Wednesday for parts 2 and 3 of this series of my intro template. And thank you for joining me here on your Daily Writing Habit, where I'm helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And be sure and drop by my Inc. Authors group on Facebook as well as LinkedIn for motivation, accountability, publishing resources, or even just to say hello. Would love to hear from you. And if you know someone else who wants to write an awesome book, please let them know about your daily writing habit. Until tomorrow, happy writing.